This is a great question, and it's one that I've been contemplating for the last couple of weeks, actually, and I'm going to say yes. If you're paying 1.5 times the national median wage for a labourer, no doubt immigration are going to come calling and say, "Well, how is this genuine? How do you. There's going to be some cases where 1.5 is going to be very legitimate, very genuine. And there's cases that I've heard of where, the occupation is a really hard to fill occupation. It might not be considered skilled in immigration's eyes, but it has been tough to fill the role. Maybe it's in a really difficult labour market. Maybe it's on Waiheke Island. Something like that where it's really tough to find and retain workers. So, employers have resorted to paying a really high wage to retain that worker and to apply for residency. So, there's going to be good arguments for it, but definitely employers just can't put the wage up to that rate without immigration looking at whether that's genuine or not. There's lots of fraud going on around, wages being paid back to the employer. So, you have to be mindful of what alarm bells will ring when you do something like that. Yeah.
When the immigration team do a site visit to clients' businesses, or to businesses, should I say, what would they generally be looking for?
The main issue is that if you've got workers working outside of their visa, that's the main issue. But also, what's happening with their wages? Are they paying back wages? They interview employees to figure out what's going on and whether there's anything to be concerned about. I mean, for most site visits, there's been an instance where something's happened. You've come to immigration's attention for one reason or another. And so they will go in there with some sort of agenda. But they'll do checks in other areas to make sure that things are going according to plan in other areas as well. But 99.9% of businesses do the right thing. And if made a mistake somewhere along the lines, which happens on a regular basis, it's not to say that you're going to have your accreditation revoked or anything, too drastic at that stage. It's what have you done about it? Okay, we've identified a problem. Have you done something about it? Have you fixed it? How is this not going to happen again? What have you put in place? So those sorts of things, in immigration's eyes and compliance eyes are seen as real big positives, and they don't want to get involved with employers who are trying to do the right thing. We have heard of stories of accreditation being revoked for all sorts of reasons, but they're more concerned about migrant exploitation and, they've got bigger fish to fry. So if you put your hand up, I've made a mistake, I'm going to fix it, then you're less likely to have issues.